What is up with it, guys? Thomas here. Today I wanted to talk about observation being the most powerful tool for learning that we have as artists. Particularly for self-study, the idea of being able to observe the world around you, retain the information, and inject it into production work is key to becoming a better artist. I'm in the middle of taking Daisesumi and Robert Kondo's painting with light and color class through Schoolism, and a lot of exercises we're doing in the class are focused on understanding light through observational study. In this video, I'm painting still lifes in a diffuse light scenario, and if you want to learn more about light and color, go check out schoolism.com because they've got a $60 summer sale going on right now. While this painting is going on in the background, I'll be talking about why observation is so important and how learning how to see is the key to drawing. In the world of concept art and visual development, we're surrounded by a massive amount of quality work. It can be really intimidating when you see another artist's work that is at such a high level. So observation can mitigate this process in two ways, through learning and inspiration. When starting out, artists tend to think drawing comes from training the hand to make beautiful strokes or shading perfectly, but if you can train your brain to learn and understand the light and form through your eyes, you'll be able to do much more than just draw. Through observation, you can learn the way the world works and then mimic and push that in your own work, creating a world that is grounded in reality. When learning through observation, the key is to be extremely focused on the learning portion of that statement, not on getting a good drawing. Learning is an active process, and as a result, your brain should be engaged in trying to understand what's in front of you. What is the local color of an object? How is light affecting it? Why are cast shadows falling the way they are? These are the kinds of questions you want to ask yourself while studying, and if the answer you come up with is a half measure, stop and re-observe. You should be looking and squinting to boil things down to their essence, spending just as much time looking as you do drawing, especially if you're just starting out. If your piece turns out good, it will be a result of understanding and capturing what your eyes have observed. If you want to focus on the purely mental part of drawing, you can walk around observing and trying to figure out how you'd paint as you go about your day. You'll start to observe, analyze, and then this can inform your work later on in production. When most artists start out, they push for realism. I was drawing with a 3-year-old once who kept asking his mom over and over again, how do I make things look more real? In this pursuit, we tend to try and capture every little detail, resulting in lots of small marks that don't really say a lot. But if you can distill the subject in front of you to its most basic level, you'll learn more. This requires an understanding of form and how light will react on the surface. For the human head, it might be understanding the planes of the face. For a still life, you might need to be aware of perspective and form within an object. In trying to capture the complexity of life, you should aim to understand it at its most fundamental level. Every mark you should make should have a purpose. This simplifying is key to understanding. If you can pursue that as a goal, you'll learn through editing out information and getting the basics of what your eyes are seeing. This is why you'll see artists squinting or blurring out their vision. They're trying to edit out the information and get rid of all the detail and just focus on the basics. We've talked about how observation can help you learn, but it can also inspire you. One of my favorite videos is 4 Artists Paint One Tree, where Walter Paraguay, Ivan Earle, Josh Meador, and Mark Davis all go out and paint an old oak tree, but come back with radically different results. I oftentimes feel that if I were to go out with my own friends, we'd be attempting to capture the same things, and our pieces would all be in a similar vein. I love that each artist in this video is pushing what their eyes are interpreting, even though they all have the exact same subject. Back in the day, even commercial artists had more of a fine art upbringing where they learned to see first and draw second. This creates some unique results for personal work, but also gives us the unique styling of films like 101 Dalmatians and Sleeping Beauty. I often find that when I'm studying from life, ideas for stories or techniques that I can incorporate into my portfolio pop up, and I make sure to write them down and test them out later. If you're ever stuck in an artist block or a slump, observational drawing is a practice you can always do. And hand in hand with that comes the learning that is going to activate your brain and pull you out of that slump. Whether it's figure drawing, still life setups, or sketching people at a coffee shop, all of that information is going to stick in your brain and help your development as an artist. If you want to see the sketchbooks I filled up while doing the 50 watercolor challenge, just click here. Or if you're interested in more fundamental art knowledge, check out my landscape painting and watercolor video. If you guys like this more essay-style format, let me know in the comments. Best of luck with your own learning, and don't forget to leave a like on this video if it helped you out. Thanks for watching.